Now, before this preview today, I've got a few things. Firstly, I am debuting what will be next season's preview graphics. And secondly, I have to announce my Player of the Month first, and that man is Geordie Device. So, Geordie, you have been added to the winners board there. You may be wondering, Joe, what's going to happen for me, Player of the Month? It's just going to be man of the match from tomorrow's game. That's all it's going to be. And now we get on to the main body. I'm using the new badge because I made next year's graphics, and I just couldn't be bothered to change it all. So yeah, right, let's get going. With the team news, Nigel Adkins has promised to field as strong a team as possible in the final game of the season. John Terrell won't be in the matchday squad because his wife has just given birth to their son. Terrell is in Mexico with his partner and newborn child. Marcus Henriksen and Reece Burke will be in contention. Angus MacDonald is the only injury. Bristol City, who must win the game and then hope that results from games involving Derby County and Middlesbrough go their way to claim a playoff place, will be without midfielder Corey Smith, who has undergone foot surgery. And manager Lee Johnson may well stick with the same side that came from behind to beat Millwall in midweek, their first win in 5 games. Now for the stats. Bristol City are looking for their first league double over Hull City since the 1995-96 season. Hull have won their final league match of the season in just one of their last 14 seasons, winning 5-1 against Rotherham in 2015. What a game that was. Since an 8-2 win over Walsall on the final day of 2014-15, Bristol City have lost their final league match in each of the last 3 seasons. Hull manager Nigel Adkins hasn't won on the final day of a league season since 2011-12 with Southampton, drawing 2 and losing 2 since. Lee Johnson, Bristol City manager, to be in charge of the Robins on the final day of 4 consecutive league seasons, since his father Gary Johnson did so between 2006 and 9. Hull City have lost just one of their last 7 home league matches against Bristol City, won 3, drawn 1, lost 1, though that defeat came last season. Match officials, we'll skip through all that because I haven't been able to find them. What do I think? We just need to go for it. And now we're going to get another view from Tom Oakley. Right, I've got Tom on the line now. Do you want to say hello to the people at home, Tom?
How you doing, boys?
So I'm just going to ask Tom a couple of questions to get his view on the game. So Nigel Adkins has said he'll put out the strongest possible team that he can. What are your thoughts on that? Were you expecting it? Were you not? Are you not surprised?
Well, I think it should, shouldn't it? It's the last game of the season. We've been through a bit of a bad patch of form. We haven't won in nearly a month's time. Gone through 3 losses, 1 draw, so I think you should put out a strong team now. End the season on a high note for all the good they've done this season. So I think he should.
Definitely. What annoyed me though was I was predicting him to just give a couple of them a chance, like Milinkovic, people like that, and I've still put some of them in my predicted team. Spoilers for you lot at a term, but then I was like, oh no, I've got to change it all quickly now. John Terrell won't be in the matchday squad. Do you know why?
Not a clue, lad. I'm guessing he's injured. He's a bit of a liability, isn't he?
No, he's not injured. He's in Mexico.
He's on holiday, is he?
Nope. His wife has just given birth to their son.
Oh, well, can't blame him for that.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, innit? Yeah. But that annoyed me as well because I was predicting him to play as well.
Prediction's gone wrong this week, Joe.
I know it has. It's gone down the pan. I had to change it all quickly before calling you. So, just evaluate this season. What do you make of it? How do you think we'll fare going into next season? Judging by the fact that Lee Darnborough, despite our head scout, despite being on a limited budget, he's dispatched people anywhere and everywhere to look for new players. And I tell you what, Lee Darnborough reckons he's found some good ones. What do you think?
Well, this season, I think it's a bit of a roller coaster, hasn't it? He started out going to every game at the start of the season, just hoping that he didn't let in more than 3 goals at home.
Oh, absolutely.
Away, and struggling then.
Away it was 5.
Yeah. for some reason, just had this massive spike of form for 5 months, winning every game, winning everything on the bounce. Home record was insane, and then back down again for the last stretch of the season. I just think the team got a bit fatigued with all the effort that they've put in this season. But
I tell you what, the boys, they've given absolutely anything and everything they've got. And there will be people that leave. We'll get onto that in a minute. You guys sat watching. But I tell you what, if they do leave, whether it's if they want to stay and they don't want to go but the owners have forced them to, or whether it's they choose to go, they can leave on the good side of the fans, because they have done all of us proud this year.
So I think Bowen deserves to go. He should further his career, become a good player.
I tell you what, he better not go to like a team like Burnley though. No offence, Burnley, but if he goes there, he's just going to be in a relegation scrap pretty much every year, isn't he?
I think a good team for him to go to would be something like Watford or West Ham or something.
Yeah, Watford, West Ham, or maybe like a Bournemouth.
Yeah, stable Premier League position where he can further his career. And as for scouting going, I'd say we'd be lucky to get any new players for next season, the way the Alams are going about the club.
But I'll tell you what, the way that Lee Downborough's talking about it, it depends really who we put bids in for out of those lot that he's scouted and whether they're any good. Because I tell you what, before we start signing players, we might be signing a manager.
Yeah, I hope Adkins don't leave. It'd be a shame to see.
Guaranteed, when the players do a lap of honour around the pitch, everyone's going to be belting out, Nigel Adkins, we want you to stay.
Won't put it past the fans.
I'll tell you what, at West Brom when we did that as well, even though we lost, every single fan left that stadium with their head high from what I saw. And I saw videos on Twitter of every single fan just shouting, Nigel Adkins, we want you to stay.
Well,
and on that lap of honour when he's walking past me, I will be the one that shouts, Nigel Adkins, we want you to stay.
Well, I won't blame you. I think he'll do wonders for the club.
He is. Cheers, Dad. Nigel is an absolute top bloke. He's really, really nice. And I can say that because I've met him.
Nice. Lucky man.
Loves a good laugh as well, doesn't he? Telling me to get me sun cream on. Right, that's where we're going to have to leave it, Tom. Thanks for coming on. And come on, you all. So that is Tom's segment in this preview, talking to me, done. Cheers for coming on. And yeah, just follow his Instagram. It's just there. Club news. Before the game, we will have a minute's applause for former captain Pete Skipper, who died a couple of weeks ago, and his funeral was earlier this week. He is a true legend of this club. Ian Ashby, and another legend of this club, Dean Windus, all paid tribute to him. Nigel Adkins, a lot of the players did as well. He was a legend. So we'll pay our respects to him. And we will say bye, 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 bye. Bye, 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 bye to the old badge. And say hello to that one in the top right of the corner. In the top left of your screen, sorry. I'm not going to lie. When it first came out, I was disgusted by it. I thought, that's terrible. But I've sort of got used to it now. And also we'll be saying bye, 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 maybe, to a lot of these players. So Chris Martin, Todd Kane and Mark Pugh, who's already gone, will end their loans at the club. And out of contract will be Adam Curry, Fraser Campbell, James Weir, Evandro, Will Keane, who's pretty much already gone anyway, David Marshall, Callum Burton, Andre Mazouk, Liam Ridgewell. And Harrison Ferks and Jacob Greaves have signed their first professional contracts from the academy, along with Matty Jacobs and someone else whose name has completely flown over my head. I'm just trying to have a little look now. Here we go, retained list for the academy. And Jay Roos, they'll be promoted. they've offered new contracts to 5 members of the under-23 squad: Ahmed Salam, Billy Chadwick, Lewis Ritson, Charlie Andrew and Jordan Hickey. And Josh Thacker, Elliot Holmes, Tom Powell, Josh Henson and Callum Smith will all be leaving. So Ritson, Andrew, Salam, Chadwick and Hickey offered new deals. Ferks, Greaves, Jacob and Roos have signed their first professional deals with the club. And now for my predicted team. George Long in goal, with a back four of Eric Lehigh, Geordie Device, Reece Burke, who I think will be back, and Brandon Fleming, with Kevin Stewart. And I've gone for Max Sheaf in the middle. I think Nigel might give him a chance, but it wouldn't surprise me if he didn't. I've just put that in there purely because Sheaf is a sick guy, innit? Jared Bowen on the right. Work. Kamil Brzezicki on the left with Evandro Cam and Noah Dicker leading the line. This just isn't changing. Subs: David Marshall, Jackson Irvine, Todd Kane, Dan Batty, that should say 18 there, Henriksen, Fraser Campbell, look at me there, awful, and Robbie McKenzie. So that is the overall predicted team, and now I'm going to predict that we will win 2-1. Final game of the season. The vlog will be out on Sunday. There will be player ratings out, hopefully, on Bank Holiday Monday as well. Because, you know, I'm off school because it's a bank holiday. And it's annoying when your teachers set homework for it and then you don't know when they'll actually want it. So, right, that's where we're going to leave it. The final preview of the season. Yeah. What do you think to next season's graphics as well? Leave them down there. I've changed a few things around, haven't I? Right, adios, amigos. Ciao, ciao.